everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars, along with cameraman Ken, who's hiding behind the camera. Anyway, today we're looking at a 72 Pantera. Really cool car. But if you don't know anything about them, they're a fun car, made in Italy, powered by Ford, 351 Cleveland. A very cool car. There's a lot of information out, a lot of misinformation about them. But good cars, thought to be really rusty cars, and there's some out there like it, but we actually have two really good examples, both yellow 72s. This one here that we're talking about today, we've got ownership documentation dating back to '76 when it actually was traded in at a Ford dealership. The new owner actually was a tech. You saw the car came in as a trade-in. He quickly snapped it up, went through, added Ford parts, did some of the technical service bulletins that Ford did to improve the cars. He kept the car until 1991. Some of the work he did at Ford is he actually painted cars. He was a body and paint tech. So he repainted the car in the original fly yellow. The car transferred in '91 to a second owner who was an attorney at Bay, Oregon. We do have some documentation showing a mild restoration done. Unfortunately, we don't have it all. We have some paperwork on the engine, very limited, including a balance job. What was done on the engine basically was just a few performance mods to bring it up. From there, it went to a gentleman out of Colorado who's a well-known rider. He only did a few modifications. He did a fluidine radiator, bigger fans. Very well thought out setup, so it does run very nice, it drives very nice. Ken and I went out and put some miles on it today. Behaved great, did everything really well in traffic. Just a really fun car to drive. All right, another really cool thing about the Panteras is that they're very undervalued. If you look historically, they've been priced inexpensively. However, trend-wise, within the last year, the Panteras have actually increased about 30% in value. Now, this is just over a year. If you look at what Ferraris have done, Ferraris have kind of just gained tremendous ground in the last few years. Panteras basically are still an Italian supercar with an American heart, but value-wise, they are starting to pick up and starting to follow. Trend continues. These will basically be a six-figure car, as far as just to get into any one of them here. I would say probably in the next couple years. So investment-wise, very good place to start. Also, just a really cool, unique car. All right, guys, Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars here, along with cameraman Ken, just doing a quick little drive out in our 72 Pantera. Actually, one of two we have right now. We have two yellow ones, both good cars, both kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, but really good, solid cars. This one here, we've got ownership documentation for the last, since '76. Good, solid car stored inside. Very solid car, kind of going through it. Panels are nice and good underneath. Not your typical rust that you usually see in Panteras. Very solid car. Paint's nice. It was painted back, I believe, in the late '70s, early '80s, but pulls good. Just light throttle there. Power was estimated at 405 horse by the gentleman who built it. Unfortunately, when we got a fair amount of documentation, but we didn't get papers on it as far as what all was done. We did get a balance sheet, so the engine's been balanced, nice and smooth. A little bit of a cam to it, just a little bit of lope to the idle. Power is good though, just nice and smooth. It's, you don't have to wind it up to get the power out of it. It just pulls good, smooth throughout its band. That ZF 5-speed works good. Shifts nice, predictable. Into fifth gear. We're cruising along right now, 60 miles an hour at 2,400 RPM. Nice and quiet inside. If you've ever driven a Pantera before, they can actually be pretty loud and noisy inside. This one is really nice. You just get a little bit of that valve train sound from the engine because it's right behind you. But very cool car. Kind of cool because it seems like you're almost being pushed. Just a neat feeling. Like I said, if you've never driven one or ridden in one, it's something that you really should do. So anyway, this car though just runs nice, drives nice, looks nice. If you're after just a really good Pantera, definitely take a look at this one. The difference is going to be in a lot of the small parts. Like if you're looking in back, you know, the boot on top of the engine, all the factory fasteners are there. They're still gold. Still has a factory spare tire, factory tool kit, inflator can. A lot of that stuff that's kind of lost to the ages is still with this car. So heck, if you get a chance, take a look at all the photos. We usually have about 100 or so. It's really going to set this car apart. And if you're local, I would say come on down, take a look at it, because the biggest deal is kind of see this car in person compared to the other cars out there.